On first down, Wilson. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Complete outright to Kurz. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for 4.
I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
On second down, here's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's brought down, sets him up for third down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short. From the shotgun, Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Connor Barwin in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And it's second down. Wilson to give to Rawls. Oh, the spin. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's that's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On second down, Rawls. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The numbers for Rawls from a week ago. 18 carries, 78 yards.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
And spit touchdown, Seahawks. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out.
We got three, fellas, we got 3.
That's Baldwin. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this third.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They go again with Rawls. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him over the top.
And he finds Jimmy Graham. Big target Graham. First down, this is Rawls. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost again.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Meanwhile, down in Santa Clara. We remind you that coming up later tonight, this is going to be a good one. The Cowboys and the Raiders going at it in the East Bay.
Oh, that's old school right there.
Old school indeed. Then Monday night, another good late season matchup. The Falcons and the Buccaneers from Tampa to wrap up Week 15. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Tremaine Johnson. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he...
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And now running right through it. How did he stay on his feet? And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They run with a power back. Rawls. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Wilson, and this is caught by Curse. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Holding offense.
Now they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Throwing is Wilson. Going to Rawls on the dump off. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Nice job there, right, of just going through the progressions, finding the open man, even if it wasn't for a 25-yard gain.
Everything does not have to be spectacular. The mundane works pretty well in this league, as we just saw there.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Wilson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Down in Santa Clara. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Marcus Mariota, 2 touchdown passes to lead the way. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. To throw is Wilson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Connor Barwin in there to get him for sack number 9 now. It's on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. Room here to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The play fake to Lacey. Now this is Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A critical error there. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And some room to work. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Throwing now is Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. On 3rd down, here's Lacey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see.
Holding, receiving team.
So holding will scratch. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Connor Barwin in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's going to go down again. Connor Barwin in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for L.A., it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Seattle, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.